Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and got a good one for you today. Walking through Huntington, and got a question for you. How unfair is this? And I'm going to cover that. But before I do, please don't forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification so you get notified of everything we're doing. And today we have a sponsor, Patriot Gold, which I will talk about a little bit later. But beautiful morning and a lot to cover, but think about this. In Southern California, they have a proposal that they hope covers the entire country, and they want to have fixed rate electricity. Okay, so a few things about this, and the question is, how unfair is this? Now, what they want to do is they want to take the poorest people and they want to give them a fixed rate electrical bill, which makes no sense. Okay, think about this. If you make under $28,000 a year, they want to give you a $15 electric bill. Okay, wow, that's incredible. 15 bucks a month to have electricity in your home. Southern California Edison, Pacific Gas and Electric, you know, it's just crazy. Okay, but it staggers up. If you make $69,000, it would go to 34 bucks a month. Now, if you make, above 180,000, would be $128 a month. Now, this sounds great, but again, it gets rid of all the incentives for people to go solar. That would be completely eliminated because there'd be no incentive, because remember, you have a high electric bill. Your electric bill's over 300 bucks a month, and you need to go solar so you can save money. And you spend 30, 40, 50, $60,000 in solar, and then you can go out and get solar energy. What's going to happen with this is you're going to have people that will go out and they'll have a nice big house. And guy I saw this morning, bumped into him, we were talking about this. He said, Dan, my electric bill is 250 bucks a month, single guy. He said, I will run my air conditioner 24/7 if they do this. So all we hear about is how expensive power is and how this is going to be the thing that's going to end it. And again, as California does, so does the country. That's what people say. But again, if people had sense, there's a lot of criminality that's going to come with this. And here's what I'm talking about. People are going to go out and they're going to have a huge house, 3, 4, 5,000 square foot house. And they're going to say, wow, let's bring grandma here. And she's on her fixed income, and we will have grandma be, the main person that runs the house. So we'll have the bill go through her. Okay? If you don't think that this is going to happen, you're kidding yourself. People that do nefarious things like grow weed in their house, they're going to go out and hire some, electricity mule and say, hey, listen, you live here. This is your home. You get access over to this one room, and we're going to use your low income to avoid paying the electric bill. Okay? So once again, these numbers that get floated out, whenever they do a proposal of an idea of wouldn't this be great, people get in their head the 15 bucks and they hear that, oh, it's great. We can afford that. Everybody can afford it. I can afford $128. My electric bill is $700 a month. People would think that. The point is that this is just the beginning. This is the weather balloon that's getting floated out just to see what the response is going to be. So with that, that's what you're going to see more of, is real shenanigans. That's the Huntington Beach Pier, by the way. So, but what this will do is it will make just a criminality festival. And, the average, to give you an idea, the average tax for gasoline is about 28 cents a gallon around the country. Here in California, it's $1.04. Okay, that's what we pay. So you think that they're going to give people $15 electric bills? No, no way. So between now and July 1st of 2024, they're going to come up with these crazy programs. And again, things get floated out to make you think, oh, this is great, honey. But why? Why would you kill an industry? Everything's supposed to go green. Everything's supposed to be, wind energy and all this stuff. When you look at places like the UK, when solar didn't work, wind didn't work, because wind doesn't blow all the time, it makes it so that they can't do this. But I'm telling you, this is, if they have a fixed rate bill, if it's 400 bucks a month, it's going to be crazy because you're going to have people move their businesses into their houses. I know a guy who ran an embroidery company and embroidered things and ran his equipment into his house during his divorce, and the electric bill went to like $700 a month because the machines took so much juice. Why wouldn't you run your equipment in your house if you're going to pay 15 bucks? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. But it's unfair because based on your income, it's kind of discriminatory, because what's going to happen also is whenever you have an income threshold level, you've heard this 1,000 times, where, wow, this person was entitled to benefits for whatever program and they are broke and they should get them, but because of the way that their income is structured, they are $100 over and they can't get that income level. They can't get those benefits for that reason. So this is going to happen with this. So it's completely unfair, and you're going to see more and more of that. Now, another thing that's great right now that we're seeing time and again is CNN is reporting about car loans and the problem with car loans right now and how high it is, and that people are stressed to the absolute max, and that you've got car loans at $730 a month for new cars on an average. And then used cars, here's the thing, $556, but they are $128 more a month than they were in 2020. So people are just completely upside down when it comes to their auto loans. And people are more behind than ever. People are not being able to afford them. And how about this stat that's really sickening? It takes the average person to pay off their car right now 6 years. 6 years, well, okay. Who knew? I've never heard of a 6-year auto loan. So people are buying cars and, oh, the payment's too high, let's refinance it. That's happening all the time. One thing I learned, and if you want to try this, you can do the math on it. If you get a 36-month loan for your car, it's usually the ultimate way to do it because the equity is good. Now, here's the thing. If you buy there's a woman that bought that Ford Escort last year. I mean, 2 months ago we talked about this, where she bought a Ford Escort that was worth probably $2,500 and paid almost $30,000 for it and had a huge payment. This doesn't qualify there. But a 36-month loan, usually you're able to maintain the equity in the car, so that no matter when you sell the car during the life of the loan, you're plus in the car. So, always have people look at that if you have to finance it. Okay, auto leases, try to look at 0 down. Don't lease a car unless you absolutely have to. And again, there are tax advantages for some people that can lease a vehicle, and they're totally ahead of the game on that. So it's just not for everybody. Yeah, the other thing is that the average person right now that has a $28,000 loan, based on the interest rates right now, they're paying on an average of 38% more in interest right now. Isn't that crazy? 38% more. Let's talk about New York City. Let's face it, New York City is a mess. How about this stat? Retail crime is such a problem there. So many people shoplifting. They anticipate, think about this number, that 327 people are doing the majority of the crime in New York City and stealing from stores. How can you determine that? These 327 people over the last 4 years have been arrested. Think about this number, 6,000 times. So it's almost 20 times for each person, okay? 6,000 times. But they have stolen millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of merchandise under $900 a person. And they get caught, they get a slap in the wrist, they don't go to jail, they don't get a fine, they just get put back in the street, they get let go. This is criminal. This is why people are leaving places like Chicago. Chicago is an absolute disaster. And you people in Chicago that keep voting these degenerates in that don't want to do anything about crime, it is 100% on you. You did this. Don't ever forget that. You ruined that beautiful city. And I know now conferences, they're like, we're never going back to Chicago. Think about that. When you have a conference and you have people that show up, I don't care if it's this beach out here. People show up, they rent bikes, they go to the snack stand, they buy t-shirts, they spend money here. When you eliminate that and you have that much crime to where people aren't spending the money there, everybody loses. Absolutely everybody. So it's just a matter of time New York City is an absolute joke that they anticipate these 327 people. Now, because of think about this, because of victims' rights and because of criminals' rights, which I didn't know criminals had rights, because of criminal rights, they can't tell us who these 327 people are. They should be fat shamed. They should be told what terrible people they are, okay? But no, can't do that. They have rights too. Criminals have rights, okay? So, absolutely ridiculous, you know, nuts. You know who Michael Saylor is? Michael Saylor is the Bitcoin guy. He, had a debate with a man named Frank Juster about the value of Bitcoin over gold. I was on the Juster side because I like gold. I love gold. But Michael Saylor became a huge fan of his with the FTX debacle when he went on a show called Valuetainment and talked about exactly how they pulled that scam off at FTX and how they created a coin and then tripled it in value. Let's have the Dan coin and then triple it in value. And okay, what we'll do is I'll lend it to my take it out of this pocket, put it in this pocket, and raise the value of it. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Well, Michael Saylor just bought another $150 million worth of Bitcoin. Okay, it's crazy. The guy owns 138,000 Bitcoin, or $4.2 billion worth of Bitcoin, and he says it's a steal at buying the Bitcoin right now. So, what do you guys think, man? So, one thing that's great is bank deposits are fleeing right now. You know where they're going? Not into Bitcoin, they're going into gold right now, guys. So, a lot of people are buying gold like they never have before. You're seeing central banks, you're seeing billionaires, you're seeing people recommend it like we've never seen before. So, just a matter of time until more people are into precious metals. Think about this. Gold's at its all-time high right now, and a lot of experts say that we haven't seen anything yet with gold, which is great. But silver is still at a 50% discount from where it would be off its all-time high right now. So, totally exciting. I mean, look at silver. You want something that could go up? Look at holding physical silver. I'm a huge fan of it. So, just a beautiful day. Everybody's out enjoying themselves. So, share your thoughts on this stuff. What do you think about the fixed rate for an electrical bill? Do you think that's good? I just think it's right for crime, to say the least. And again, it's discriminatory because what's going to happen is, think about this also with that, is grandma and grandpa have a huge house and they go out and they make all this money, they buy the big house and they want their grandkids to come over. And, but they have money, okay? So they're going to pay more for their house than somebody that, makes less than them. It's ridiculous. Totally unfair, okay? So I could go on for an hour about that. But share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. Let me know what you think. But the crime, if they do this, I'm telling you, they will have mules go out there and search for people that will, hey, you can live here, okay? We're just going to use your income. You got to understand that. That's the deal, okay? So share your thoughts on this stuff so far. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. When you hear in the news that more people are fleeing banks and putting their money into gold, you should take a look at that. Think about this. Your retirement right now has never been more in jeopardy than it is today. With the stock market being in such a precarious spot, you need to protect yourself. The best thing that you can do is get yourself an IRA or 401k that's backed by physical metals. The best place to do that, Patriot Gold Group. #1 rated with Consumer Affairs for 7 years in a row. Call them today at 888-330-1431 and get a free investor guide. You can get an IRA or 401k that is free for life without any fees. Plus, if you have an existing IRA or 401k, they will show you how they will transfer it over without any tax liability. But do what the smart money is doing, guys. Get yourself into physical metals in your IRA and protect yourself and protect your family before it's too late. When you look at places like Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley that are saying to get yourself into gold, now's never been a better time. Do it today. Call them today, 888-330-1431 before it's too late. Let them know that I allegedly sent you. And you guys, I'm just not a pitch man. I'm an actual customer of Patriot Gold as well. Call them today and find out how you can protect yourself and protect your family before it's too late. 888-330-1431. I love when the experts talk to us and tell us what should happen, but they don't give us a specific game plan. They just speak, nonsense. Christopher Waller is a governing member of the Fed, not Christopher Walken, okay? Which I love that photo. Isn't that great? On my dating profile, that's what I always use, is that Christopher Walken photo. So when people meet me, they go, oh, he's not nearly that creepy. I thought he'd be much creepier. So yeah, ladies, anyways. But Christopher Waller said, hey, we need to raise interest rates. We need to control inflation and get interest rates, higher. Well, what's the plan, Mr. Waller? No, I don't have a plan. Just want to raise interest rates and eventually it'll solve the inflation problem. Okay. Nothing's, solved it yet. And again, one day people are celebrating the 5%. And then they're being told that, retail sales have just crashed and gone down to nothing. And everything's great in the economy. All these stores are closing. All these layoffs are happening. We can't afford to pay salespeople who bring the money into the company. We'd rather get rid of everybody. But Christopher Waller says that we need to go out and, raise interest rates. Yeah, that's great. It's awesome. The next thing is great survey out of the New York Post talking about how people want to live an eco lifestyle. Okay? They just want two things. They don't want it to be difficult in any way, and they don't want it to cost them any more money. Oh, okay. So they just want to be environmentally conscious if they don't have to think about it or pay for it. Okay? Which is kind of funny when you think about that. How do you live that? Okay? Everything that's been done as far as, eco anything so far has been nothing but expensive right now. Just that simple. And when you look at countries like the UK and France that have had problems with it, now they're firing up nuclear reactors over there. Issues, nothing but issues. But remember, you want it to be simple and you don't want to pay for it. So share your thoughts on all this stuff too. And Christopher Waller is an idiot. He might as well be Christopher Walken. So, again, I love that. You know what I mean? I love that photo. So share your thoughts on that and let me know what you think. I love stories like this next one so much. Community leaders in Chicago are upset with business owners because they're fleeing downtown. They're fleeing the city because of, say it, come on. It's on the tip of your tongue. Crime. So it's unfair that you guys are abandoning our beautiful city. Well, wait a second. Why? Why is it unfair? Think about this. Crime is completely out of control in Chicago. Kids need an armored car to go to school, okay? And the other thing is that kids are not challenged. The new mayor, this guy was in charge of education, and he was a teacher at one point, and he said, I don't like to challenge kids. I don't like to give them tests. I surely don't like to give them homework. How do you do math if you're not challenged? How do you read if you're not challenged? How do you do anything in life if you're not challenged? Part of life is struggling. Part of life is losing. Part of life is having to learn something because it's difficult. Anything worth doing is difficult in this world. But the people in Chicago, they just want to pass. You want to talk about how colleges will be empty in 10 years? This is the reason. Because these people aren't challenged. But community leaders are upset because you businesses are, you're abandoning Chicago. All you have is crime, and all you have is areas that are being completely taken over by thugs that just want to, run amok. And, there's no accountability. So good luck to you. Which leads to my next story, talking about how most downtown businesses and most downtown metropolises are not thriving anymore. They're empty because business is not doing well and people are abandoning downtown areas. in all large cities. Chicago's one of them. San Francisco, New York, Boston, Los Angeles, all these different places, because of crime and because people are absolutely fed up with, you know, commuting. Why would you commute if you didn't have to? Wouldn't you want a job where you sit at your, you know, your dining room table and, oh, my boss is calling. Hang on. Oh my God. Okay. Hi. How's it going? Yeah, I'm working on that TPS report. It's almost done. Okay. You got it, Lumberg. Okay. You know what I mean? That's it, guys. It's ridiculous. That was an Office Space reference for you kids that don't get that. But the point is that you have to challenge people. You have to, anything in this world that's worth doing, you have to be challenged on. So I'm on the pier right now, and it's kind of nice. The waves are not that big. The tide's in quite a bit. So it's the type of day that you teach somebody to surf. I'll tell you that, because they're just hanging out here. It's just not that busy. Let's see everybody out there. The next thing is royalties pay. Okay, King Charles, his net worth. Okay, you're gonna love this. When Mom died, the Queen, his net worth shot up dramatically. He got put in charge of all this real estate that has dividends and payments and things like that, to where his net worth shot up to 600 million pounds, or 746 million American dollars. Okay, a lot of money. The mom was only worth about 400 million pounds at the height of her net worth. Now, here's the thing. He runs something, and if I mispronounce this, you people in the UK, please don't freak out. There's a thing called Duchy, okay, that he was responsible for, that he was put in charge of when he was 21 years old. Now William's put in charge of that, and William's income has gone up to 26 million pounds a year running this real estate portfolio, Duchy, whatever it is. And I'm sure someone's going to correct me on that. But who is the biggest idiot on the planet Earth? Name him, okay? It's not Yoko Ono. She got what she wanted. She got to run amok and destroy things. But if your brother's making $26 million, you could go to dad and say, it's ridiculous that I don't make 10 million pounds a year. Prince Harry's an imbecile. Prince Harry is the stupidest man alive, and he has put himself, his security in jeopardy, and he's an absolute dumbass for turning down the royal family, okay, for Yoko Ono. Don't ever forget that. She broke up the royals, and it's ridiculous. But the king's now worth $750 million, close to 746. But William's got some dough at 20-some million bucks a year. Isn't that crazy, guys? And Prince Harry, you know what he's doing? Complaining, okay? You know what? And what's that pay, okay? Last time I checked, it doesn't pay much at all. So share your thoughts on this, and I'm trying not to get hit by fishing poles as I walk by, okay? Share your thoughts on all this stuff so far. They're not that tasty, are they?
Well, these guys claim they are. I don't think there's that much meat in these legs. They're too skinny.
Yeah. Look at that thing. That thing looks...
gotta be 20 years.
Oh, at least.
I feel sorry for it. I'm trying to talk him into kicking it back.
Yeah, kick it back in. My vote is put it back in.
Why don't you touch the...
He wouldn't let the crab go back in the water. I tried. It's taking him home. So, gave it the effort. Anyways, a couple things. There are no more independent hardware stores anymore. They're mostly owned by conglomerates, which leads to the next thing, that the federal government would rather receive taxes from S&P 500 companies than they would from 5 million independent small businesses. That's crazy. 60% of the businesses that closed during the health crisis never reopened again. How about that? It's crazy. How about this one? 16.5% of all males, 31 and under right now, don't have jobs and are not looking for jobs. The last time we saw this, that was this bad, was during the Depression, but it was only 14.5%. We have more people that are men of working age that are not working right now than ever before, even since the Great Depression. That's alarming, to say the least. So, hey, don't worry, we're not in a recession. We're heading to a recession. Okay. Yeah, I know where we're heading. It starts with a D, okay? It's anticipated that most small businesses, if you added up the days of cash that they had to stay in business, I think that this is even long. They say they have 27 days of cash. Okay, Crazy. Okay? So, is that a concern? You know, you decide. Final story. Think about this. People are all concerned about chatgpt with artificial intelligence. Here's the thing. This is coming to all of our lives. You're going to have everything done from financial decisions to legal decisions. There's a court in India this last week where the judge referenced chatgpt to see what the sentence should be for this individual. Okay, how crazy is that? Not a judge's decision, but a computer's decision. Okay? It is anticipated that over 5% more of the tech jobs that are going to be lost in the next 60 days will be because of AI, and that we will lose a total of $300 million jobs worldwide in the next 5 years because of artificial intelligence. Most of these jobs will be eliminated completely and will be done. Okay? So that's not a concern. I don't know what is. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's kind of cool to see this place with the low tide out here as well in the morning like this. So like, subscribe. I will see you guys very soon. Thank you one and all for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you.